morning. Welcome back to my channel. This is Julie. I wanted to talk to you about beauty and how society really kind of pushes what that idea of and what it looks like. I think that, you know, we're starting to change that as a culture, because before there was a certain particular body type, a hair type, and even a race that what was said, this is what beauty looks like, right? So I'm 46. So growing up, most all the models that you saw, they were all white, super skinny, straight hair, and there was no one that looked like me, right? So I never really felt like, I don't know, even as a young girl, I never felt like there was someone I needed to look like. And me and my mother look very different. And I don't know, what I saw in my family growing up being mixed was that there were all type of women in relationships, right? Like all of these women were married. They were all different shapes, sizes, colors, hair textures. They all look different. But what I saw was there was someone who loved them. They were married. And I think that helped me a lot in my own identity and me as a young girl, as a young woman, and it helped me not to feel like there was only one specific type of beautiful, right? I never have been jealous of other women or what I consider to other women to be haters of other women. You might see a woman who's attractive and then the other girl's like, oh, her nails are ugly, or, you just start picking her apart. And that's another issue for another time. But I've never been that way. I look at people and women and be like, oh, she's pretty, and that doesn't make me feel some type of way. But I know in life we've all experienced those times where you could tell that someone else is, I don't really know any other way to put it, but because you can't really say how someone else feels, but it makes them feel some type of way when you're around them, or how what they think their preconceived ideas of what you think about yourself. And I think that what I've learned over a lifetime, and even outside of my family, as encountering like dating and being around men, and I've always had more guy friends than I have girlfriends. But what I also learned is, like, guys really don't care. There's some guys who, now I do want to say this, like, guys are horny, they'll have sex with you, but they may not be in a relationship with you, because some people are very programmed about society of the type of partner and the person that they want to be with and what that person should look like. But then there are other people who don't. And, that's just life. And this is the thing, you have no control over your genetics, right? Like even now, when you're able to pick the birth of the child that you want, you still have no control over what this person's nose is going to look like, their hair type, we haven't made it that far yet. But, there are certain things that you have defaults. Like I had no control over what my skin tone would be when I was born. You can always tan and you can even lighten your skin these days, but I have no control over you know, the things that you were born with. You can always enhance that with contacts if you want to change your eyes. They having surgery to permanently change the color of your eyes. You know, you can go get surgery and do things that you want to, you know, maybe change about your body. You know, and I have nothing against those people that do those type of things. If that's what you want to do, if that's what makes you happy or feel better about yourself, then, you know, that's your choice and your decision. I don't live in your body. I don't have your feelings. So it's not my place to tell someone that they're wrong for doing that or they should love themselves. You know, because even with age and time and children, you know, I've had 4 kids. So, you know, it changes your body. Sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad. It's just what it is. People like what they like. Let me just say it like this. People like what they like. And, you know, you have no control over that if you're not what this person is, what a person is personally attracted to, you know, and because there's somebody who is, you know, like, it doesn't matter. Some people like dark-skinned people. Some people like light-skinned people. Some people like people with colored eyes. Some people like people with brown eyes. You know, some people like curly hair. Some people like straight hair. You know, at the end of the day, if that's not you, it doesn't matter because there's somebody who loves you just the way you are, and you are a person's dream. You know, like, you're what they always wanted to be with, or, you know. But the thing at the end of the day, when it comes to attraction, you know, that really, when you, that draws a person in, right? Your attractiveness, but your personality is what's going to keep a person. So, you know, my mother used to tell me that when I was growing up, that beauty comes from within, you know. So if you're able to draw somebody in, that's good, because physical attractiveness is important in relationships, you know. But understand that your personality is what's going to keep this person close to you. Are you a good person? You know, I feel like that's what's more important than beauty, is being the best person you can be and helping others to be the best person they can be, you know, and knowing that you are beautiful, you know, that God created you the way that you are, and you only need one person. You don't need a million people to like you or like your pictures, because I promise you, at the end of the day, what's more valuable than a bunch of pictures of people approving a picture you've taken or being attracted to you is one person that loves you the way you are, flaws and all. Because we all have flaws, you know. You know, there's not a person who is perfect. It's just not. It's not the way it is. It's not life. So I think one thing that anyone should stay away from is comparing themselves to another person. And I know that's hard because I took a multicultural class in college, and the professor went around the room and asked all the women first what their idea of beauty was. And I just happened to be the last person she asked. So I was able to listen to all of these women talk about what they felt beautiful was. And most of the women in this room, in this particular class, were were minorities, and there was a few white girls there, but there was nobody in there that didn't say, well, I wished I looked like this, or I wish I looked like that when I was younger. I used to feel, and it was just odd to me because I never felt that way. But it also showed me how strong societal pressure is on us, on our views, on our thoughts, over our self-esteem, over our self-worth, our value. And I think in that moment, I was even more thankful that I grew up being able to experience different cultures closely, not from a distance or not from how somebody else portrayed, but in my family, knowing and seeing that, you know, we all want love at the end of the day. We all want to be accepted, but that everybody has their own kind of beautiful. Everyone does. So I guess that's what I want to say to you is embrace who you are, and you're beautiful, because confidence, I think it's the sound of beauty. You know, it speaks loudly, you know. And you can have a quiet confidence as well. I'm not telling you to be arrogant. But just loving yourself enough to know that you're beautiful and that it's okay for you not to look like someone else. Because at the end of the day, models and all this stuff, that's a business. They're trying to create an image and project an image. And it's okay if you don't look like that. But as I said at the beginning of the video, I think we're starting to make progress. You know, you have plus size models and of all different shapes and sizes and ethnicities. And I think that's important. That's the way it should be, because there's beauty all around us and we see it every day and we don't even realize. But I'm going to end the video here, and I just want to let you know today that you're beautiful. And if you don't think you are, look in the mirror and love you. And if you don't think that anyone cares about you, I do. Have a great day.